Jane and Rachel. Would like to take their seats now, please. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I always get some signs. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you. I'd like to welcome you here today to Hollin Hall to celebrate this very, very special occasion for Jane and Rachel. My name is Mike Herbert, and it's my pleasure and privilege to be conducting the ceremony for the two of them today. And we both met John downstairs, John Barker. I always say that's the most important thing to do, because we have to make sure we finalise all the legal formalities for you today. Today's, of course, a very special day for the two of you, and you've asked your family and friends here to witness this civil partnership. But of course, not only that, but also to join both of you in celebrating this very, very special day. The ceremony obviously has a deep significance for the two of them today, as today Jane and Rachel will affirm their love and publicly declare their commitment to each other. So we're going to start the ceremony itself. So Jane, could I ask you please to confirm your full name for me?
Jane Douglas.
Thank you. And Rachel, could you also confirm your full name for me?
Rachel Louise Edwards.
Thank you. Now, Jane and Rachel have found in each other's company happiness, fulfilment and love, and have chosen to pledge themselves to each other by committing to a legally binding partnership. You, the family and friends, have been invited here to witness this occasion, and as I said earlier, to join them both in celebrating their very, very special day. But at this stage I must ask if any person knows of any legal impediment to this civil partnership, they should declare it now. I think we're over the first hurdle. I think they all got the message. I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you know of no legal reason that will prevent you from joining this partnership today. So Jane, could I ask you to repeat after me, please? I declare that
I declare that
I know of no legal reason
I know of no legal reason
why we may not register
why we may not register
as each other's civil partner.
as each other's civil partner.
I understand
I understand
that on signing the civil partnership document,
that on signing the civil partnership document,
we will be forming a civil partnership with each other.
we will be forming a civil partnership with each other.
Thank you, Jane. And Rachel, if I could ask you to say the same for me, please. I declare that
I declare that
I know of no legal reason
I know of no legal reason
why we may not register
why we may not register
as each other's civil partner.
as each other's civil partner.
I understand
I understand
that on signing the civil partnership document,
that on signing the civil partnership document,
we will be forming a civil partnership with each other.
we will be forming a civil partnership with each other.
Thank you, Rachel. Now, Jane and Rachel see this partnership today as the promise of hope between two people who love each other who trust that love, who honour one another as individuals, and who wish to share their future together. Sooner or later, we begin to understand that love is more than verses on Valentine's and romance in the movies. We begin to know that love is here and now, real and true, and the most important thing in our lives. For love is the creator of our favourite memories and the foundation of our fondest dreams. Love is a promise that is always kept. It's a fortune that can never be spent, and a seed that can flourish in the most unlikely of places. And this radiance that never fades, this mysterious and magical joy, is the greatest treasure of all. And of course, that is only known to those who actually love. And today, the two of them wish to publicly affirm their relationship in your presence and ask for your guidance and love as they enter a new phase of their life together. So, if I could ask you to turn and face each other now, if you would, please. Yeah, you can hold hands. Okay. Don't be shy. Now, there's two reasons I'll ask you to turn and face each other. The first one is everybody can get a good view of you both now. And the second one is because you're now going to make the promises to each other that will form the basis of your consent to this partnership today. So Jane, could I ask you to make the following promise to Rachel for me, please? Rachel, today I pledge to spend the rest of my life with you. I will be faithful and honest. I will share with you my hopes and dreams. I will always be there when you need me most. And will respect and support you as we go through life together. Jane? And Rachel, if I could ask you to make a similar promise, please. To Jane. So Jane, today I pledge to spend the rest of my life with you. I will be faithful and honest. I will share with you my hopes and dreams. I will always be there when you need me most. And will respect and support you as we go through life together. I'm sure you both know that any union such as this today has to be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both today. Therefore, Jane, do you by your own choice freely enter into this civil partnership with Rachel? And Rachel, do you by your own choice freely enter this civil partnership with Jane?
I do.
Thank you. Now, a partnership such as this today symbolises the intimate sharing of two lives. Yet this sharing must not diminish, but enhance the individuality of each partner. A relationship that lasts is one which is continually developing, and in which each person is individually developing while growing in understanding of each other. Deep knowledge of another human being is not something that can be achieved in a short time, and real understanding of the other's feelings can develop fully only with years of intimacy. This wonderful knowledge of another person grows out of caring for the other, so much that one wants to understand as completely as possible what the other is feeling. Thus it is possible to share not only joys and successes, but also the burden of sorrows and failures. To be known in this way is a priceless thing, because such understanding and acceptance increases life's joy and make it easier to live with all of life's problems. So the two of you, we now come to that part of the ceremony, the giving of the rings. And Jane and Rachel have chosen to seal their partnership by giving each other a ring today. And a ring is an unbroken circle and symbolises unending and everlasting love, and will be the outward sign of the promises that the two of them have made to each other here today. So, the two rings today. Then if I could ask Mrs. Frances Douglas to bring forward the ring that Jane is going to give to Rachel. If you'd like to take the ring, Jane. Thank you. And if you'd just like to hold the ring on the tip of the third finger of Rachel's left hand. And if you could say the following then to Rachel for me, please. I commit myself as your life's partner, joyfully and without reserve. I ask you to accept this ring as a symbol of my love and of my commitment to you. Thank you, Jane. Would you like to push the ring right onto the finger? Lovely, thank you. And if you could have the second ring now, which is Jane's ring, and Mrs. Louise Mitchell. And Rachel, if I could ask you again to just hold the ring in particular. Well, you've got it there already, haven't you?
Sorry.
And if I could ask you to say the following to Jane, please, Rachel. I commit myself
I commit myself
as your life partner,
to my life's partner,
joyfully and without reserve.
joyfully and without reserve.
I ask you to accept this ring
I ask you to accept this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and of my commitment to you.
and of my commitment to you.
Thank you. You just like to push the ring back onto the finger. Okay, thank you. And if you could just stay there just holding hands just for a minute or two. Because I know when we spoke the other day, you said you hadn't chosen any readings for the ceremony, which is fine, but you're not going to get away that easily. So you're going to get a short reading from me. This reading is a reading I use in a lot of my ceremonies. I think it's appropriate at this time in the ceremony. It's actually from an old Native American Indian ceremony, and it's entitled The Apache Blessing. Now you'll feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you'll feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no more loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now there are two lives, but there is only one life before you today. Go now to your home to enter into the days of your life together, and may your days together be good and long upon this earth. Well, the two of you, Jane and Rachel, you've both made your own solemn promises to each other today, and you've both completed the declarations that were required by law. Look forward with confidence to the future in which you and the world in which you live and work will be better and happier for this joyous occasion today. I'm sure both of you will take the responsibilities from today, and know the love that you have for each other grows stronger as the years go by. So, leaves me with a little more to say to you both, but ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like you to give a huge round of applause to Jane and Rachel. New civil
And at each other. Okay, can we have the witnesses? Right?
Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. It's great to see you all here. I thought I'd start by explaining the names of the tables, because you're probably wondering what on earth is going on with that. Aberdeen is obviously where Jane and I met for the first time. And Lesbos, I'm not really sure where they are. That was Jane and I's first foreign holiday together. The Knoll. The Knoll. Very special hotel for Jane and I. It's up in the Lake District, and that's where we're going for our honeymoon.
Well, we're all joining you now.
It's only got 8 rooms. What's the fight? It's not really the Lake District. Alfie. That is, of course, our bulldog. Ellen. That is, of course, our snake. And Johnny English. That was the movie Jane and I went to see on our very first date. So yeah, Jane and I would like to thank you all for coming here today and sharing this very special day with us. Almost 8 years to the day Jane and I met for the very first time. We bumped into each other in a bar in Aberdeen, and surprisingly we were slightly inebriated. I think we only managed to say hi to each other that night as we passed. But that was enough, and we both remembered each other the next day and found ways and means of getting in touch with each other. The rest is history. 18 months later, Jane followed me down here to Macclesfield so that I could pursue a career, and it was that commitment from Jane which confirmed I had found my soulmate in life. It hasn't been an easy 6 years for us, but having you guys around us has helped us through, and has assured we get here today. Today is the happiest day of our lives. Noticeable thanks has to go to firstly Jenny for helping us with the invitations. Lara and Sarah. You've done a fantastic job of the room, and thank you so much. Forbes, Moira and Ken, you've helped us tremendously, not only with today, but over the years we've known you. We appreciate everything you've done for us and love you dearly. Mum, Bobby, Ian and Francis, without you today simply wouldn't have been possible. Thank you so much. A very special thanks also goes out to Thailand today to Dee Monson. I met Dee on a business trip to Thailand in 2009, and she has done us the ultimate honour of making our outfits. These started as little sketches I did last summer, and through the powers of the internet, Dee helped Jane and I bring these sketches to life. We're gutted Dee can't be here today. After all, it is only 7,000 miles. You'd have thought she'd have made the effort. But seriously, she did try very hard to be here, and it would have been an honour to have her here to take the credit she deserves. And it doesn't go unnoticed that she worked so hard in getting these to us at the same time as changing jobs and moving from Thailand to Cambodia. She is a star. Alan and Craig, thank you for getting here in the right year. Yep, they came down last year, folks.
Like you so much we came back.
To Stephen and the team at Holland Hall, thank you so much for everything you've done today. It's been great. And lastly, thank you, Jane, for making me the happiest and proudest woman here today. I'm proud to call myself Miss Douglas. I love you. And lastly, thank you to Jeanette and John for having us at your house last night and making last night very special and making this morning nice and calm. That's all from me.
Sorry about that. So, yeah, my name's Stella Cole. It's my privilege, my real privilege, to be invited to do the blessing here this afternoon. I actually work at the hospice with Jane, and beloved friend of Rachel, so it is an absolute joy to be here this afternoon. I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but you've just done the easy bit. The hard bit starts now. It's not much of a book. There's only about 50 pages. So but the real journey really begins. But what I want you both to do now is to look around this room and to realise that individually and collectively we're your backup. Almost too many of us to name, but I want you to look at each and every person here today and to know that we cherish you both. That no matter what life is going to present you both with, we're all here for you. Of course, you've got your birth family, Francis and Ian, Louise and Bobby, Lee and Linda, Tony and Karen, and the children, and Auntie Trish. No, which one's Auntie Trish? And I feel like I know Auntie Trish. Get to know you better later. And others, your family from the East Cheshire Hospice, your family from locally. And we're all here because we're tied to you two by love. So that's the good bit. But I have to share with you that there is the other side of the coin. Life ain't easy. Being partnered ain't easy. Sometimes it's really hard. My husband jumped out of the car last week. It had stopped at the time. Because he found me less than perfect. You can't believe that, can you? I don't know how, but, you know, it was a slight imperfection on his part. But we have to learn to live with each other. We have to learn to live with each other's imperfections. Because the alternative, quite simply, is to live without each other. And that, on a day like this, just isn't an option. Love is worth making the effort for. Mutual sharing, even when it involves sacrifice, is worth the effort. Putting a beloved ahead of yourself in the pecking order of life is worth it, providing that you're secure in the knowledge that it's reciprocated. And I think it's quite obvious here today that that is the case. So just a short prayer. You might just care to grab hold of the hand of the person next to you. And if you don't know them, it's a good chance to get to know them. Only if you fancy doing it. Loving God, we thank you for this special day. This day of rejoicing, celebration and new beginnings. We thank you for this couple, for all they mean to us and all they mean to each other. We thank you for bringing them together, for the love they share and the life they look forward to. Enrich them both and us by being here today, making the vows, exchanging the rings, hearing the words. Grant your blessing on Rachel and Jane, so that in everything the future holds, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, they may continue to cherish each other and their love continue to grow. Grant them the closeness they feel now. May it be just as real, as sure and as special, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And before we finish, a little poem about the art of a good partnership. For us all. A good partnership must be nurtured constantly. In life, the little things are the big things. It's never too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you and not being ashamed to say I love you. It's never going to sleep angry. It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It's standing together and facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family, and we all are new family today. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude. It's having the capacity to forgive and forget. It's giving each other the atmosphere in which you can grow. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It's not only finding the right partner, it's being the right partner. It's remembering above all else, always, that the warmth of the heart prevents the body from rusting. So let's hold on to love. In this fractured world in which we all live, let's hold on to the value of love. Let's remember what we've shared today, and let's take it out into that world and really live it, as we said earlier, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And today, we can carry on partying in a few minutes' time. I've got a few housekeeping notes to give. First of all, when we come back here for the reception later on, there is a tree strung with lights, and next to that tree are little notes. Rather than sign a formal register just saying you were here on such and such a day, leave them a note of your wisdom. But it should be a very short note, so don't worry about it. Leave them a note, something you want to share with these very special people, and hang it on the tree, and that will be their memory box of the future. And when they leave us in a few minutes' time, we join them downstairs for drinky poos. Okay, so see you down there. Mine's a gin and tonic.
Don't say anything in jest when we're stressed, Jeanette.
Okay. What I want to say is it's been an honour, a pleasure to be a part of this beautiful day. And you've made some good friends, but we've made very good friends with you two too. And I like to say, from all of us here, can we raise the glass to our future, to Jane and Rachel, and for every happiness and for everlasting love.
Right, this is just from your walking friends, because you were really, really missed this year. in 2008, Jane walked the Great Glen Walk for the hospice. In 2010, we then walked the Wicklow Way in Ireland with a fair few blisters, didn't we, babe? She had amazing. She walked amazingly with blisters. In 2011, we've just completed Adrian's Walk. We all missed Jane, but because it was so close to the wedding, she said, I'm not having blisters. But you settled for a black eye. You should have walked. Jane has a very, very dear and close friend. But for some reason, he wasn't invited. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh, Jane, Rachel. But he's turned up. Sadly, he hadn't got time to get changed into his Great Glen outfit. So he's here straight from Newcastle with the girls. And he's here to join you today.
Who is he anyway?
Ob.
Bob.
Ob.
Ob.
UB stands for ugly bastard. He's going to sit ugly boy. Very ugly.
He's been our mascot through these walks.
He's got a dirty nose.
Back around.